in New York. Many businesses have jumped on board the sustainability movement to shrink their carbon footprint. But some green alternatives can be more costly. In Singapore, one microbrewery is teaming up with a local startup which uses a local insect that's ready to do battle for the environment. My colleague Monica Miller sent this report looking at the future of food.
The recipe used to make the perfect beer is a mix of science and art. The brewmaster of one of Singapore's first micro distilleries spends hours mixing malt, hops, yeast, and water. The final products include about 500 kilos of spent grains left over from the brewing process.
In the earlier years, we would just throw it away. We had to pay to throw it away. That's the best part.
But one person's trash is another person's treasure. About a year ago, a local startup called Insecta said that they would take it off their hands to feed a local species.
I was like, huh? What is that? You're rearing black soldier flies? And they're like, yeah.
They take roughly 1 metric ton of leftover beer mash to a vertical insect farm in the center of the tiny island city. Insecta uses the black soldier fly larvae to feed fish and birds, as well as turn into natural fertilizer.
Their larvae can eat 4 times their body weight a day, and they can eat all kinds of food waste.
This is where the magic happens. After the black soldier flies become adults, they come live in here and mate, creating about 600 to 800 eggs. But they're not long for this world after that. About 5 to 7 days later, they die and they're crushed into compost. While they may have a short lifespan, the species can potentially make a large contribution to society as an alternative to traditional animal feed like corn, soy, and fish meal, which require hundreds of acres to cultivate. Miss Chua wasn't trained in agriculture. She learned on the job and through the internet.
So a lot of things with insect farming is a lot of trial and error. It is still a very pioneering industry.
But is insect farming a fad, or is it here to stay? Some experts say we have no choice but to think outside the box.
I hope that consumers will be more willing to try out these alternative sources, because eventually we'll be running out of sort of traditional food source.
Singapore isn't the only country to receive the wake-up call to consider other practices. Black soldier fly farms can also be found in China, South Africa, and the UK. While the industry may be made up of pioneers, their work could pay off for generations to come. Monica Miller, BBC News, Singapore.